Hi guys, Nancy Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, I'm back for another Dollar Tree inspired, well, what is this? Another Dollar Tree DIY. But this is a Kenzie child inspired. Taking those witch's legs again and making them into elf legs and making a Kenzie child's style with the checks. Isn't this cool? And so it's Kenzie child's checks and stripes. So I'm going to show you how to create these. Isn't it look so cool, you guys? And I've done two. So here's the other one. So I've done two of them. And there's that. And I'm going to do two more. So I'll have a set of two of these. Okay. So let me show you. Let me replace these with this. And this is one that has been Kilz. K-I-L-Z. It's a paint primer. You can get it at Walmart, Walmart, Lowe's, or Home Depot. In the paint section, like I said, it's a wall primer. It's perfect. Works just like a gesso. But you can buy it by the gallons for 15 bucks, which is a great deal. Lasts you forever. Or you can buy it by the quart for like, I don't know, $7, $8, something like that. Okay, so I did 1 or 2 coats. I can't remember. I think I only... Look at it, see if you need another coat. I can't remember if I did 1 or 2 coats. Okay, so the first thing we do is we take some painter's tape. And if you don't have painter's tape... Just one second, guys. I got to grab a mirror. Okay, I'm back. You need to take some painter's tape. If you don't have painter's tape, you can use just regular, make sure I'm in frame. You can just use regular, oh Lord, oh, jeez. Just a second. Oh my gosh. I almost had myself an avalanche. Let me just move this up back a little bit. All right, there we go. If you don't have painter's tape, you can use just regular Scotch tape and just take it onto your pants a little bit and take off some of the stickiness, just so you don't pull off the primer, the Kilz. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to take your painter's tape or your Scotch tape, and you need to start taping this off to do the lines. Okay? So I want to show you how I do it. The first thing I do is I line it up right here and go straight down. And that's the first one I do. Right in the corner of this boot. And go straight down. I'm kind of helping you take the guesswork out of how to draw these checks on this boot. Okay, so just a second. I got some lotion on my hands and I don't want to get my boot all oily. Alright, so you're going to take your pencil and go down. And you guys, I like to use, it's not required, but I like to use one of these mechanical pencils because they're a lot lighter. Like, it's not such a dark pencil. So it hides the lines a little more. It does break easier, so don't press too hard like I just did. Also, it has a little eraser if you mess up a little like I did right there. Okay, also do it right here. Make sure you guys are seeing that. Okay, good. So take that off, bam. So then you're gonna come right next to it and keep going down. Oh. Yeah, looks just like that. Now, let me make sure what I'm saying to you. Yeah. So that's the first one right there. Now the next one after that is going to be the length of the boot. So, just like this. So you want to line it up here and line it up right there. You could do this one first. You didn't have to do that one I just did first. You could do this one first, but either way. Your main thing is you want to All right, there we go. You want to line this line up here and go straight down. You could either start here and do it like that first, or you could start right here and then do it. Either way. Let me just do the work and stop talking. And it's Kenzie checks. So if you don't get everything perfect, you guys know it's always okay. Okay, so then you do it again. And go all the way down, line it up here, and go all the way down. Now, the last check here, yes, it's going to be smaller than these other two checks at the end. But if you tried to make them all perfectly even, you couldn't use the width of this tape, right? So I've decided I'm good with that. If you're not, and you have to have all your lines completely even and not get smaller for your last one, well, you can figure that out, but I can't be doing all that. But if that's you, do you. Do you, boo. Okay. Okay. All right, so now we got our, okay, and then also, I have different sizes of tape for different sections a little bit so that I'm not doing such a long piece. So I went to a shorter piece of tape here. So let's continue this going right across the boot here. So yeah, I would follow how I did it, how I did that first one right here. That just really sets you up to do the rest of the stripes. And it gets you going right here so that you already have a place here too. So do exactly how I did it. Oops. I'm gonna do that one again. I didn't get very, needed to press on the pencil a little bit more. Did you get it? Yeah. And if all you have is a regular pencil, you don't have a, excuse me, clickable pencils, you don't have to, let's do it a little bit more. You don't have to, you can use a regular pencil. It's not going to be the end of the world if you use a mechanical pencil. Okay. If I ever look a little bit awkward when I'm doing things, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm not able to be at the perfect angle like I would normally be at. I have to be at the angle. I'm at the mercy of the camera. Okay, so what I just did here is I lined it up on that last line and also just all the way up on the toe. I have another mechanical pencil. Maybe that one has too many broken leads in it or something. Keeps breaking. So I got another one here. I thought ahead and I thought, you know what, get yourself another mechanical pencil. So see, and here I think we're left off perfect. So we're done with that one. Okay. Just so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay. All right. Next. So next we want to do our lines going across, right? So you're just going to line it up like this and go across. Oh, that broke. I wasn't having this problem with my pencil breaking. You know what, I don't usually normally do things standing up. I usually am sitting down when I do things like this. But I couldn't get on the right angle, so maybe I'm putting a little bit more pressure on my pencil than I normally do. That's probably what it is. Okay. And I'm taking the most time on this video on the checks because this is the part that, you know, you want to get right so that, you know, then you can paint them in. The real fun part. But I wanted this to be really, really clear. And I've done a couple already, so I've worked out the kinks. And I can show you. Okay. When we do the checks, I'm not going to do completely all the checks with you because, you know, it takes a little while. Okay, so we're lining that up straight across, even on the part of the boot, just straight across. Make sure that the tape's on there. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. Line it up again and go straight across. Okay. Just keep going straight across. I'm so excited this year because I've always done I've done the pink shabby chic Christmas for quite a while, but I'm adding the Kenzie checks, black and white checks, to my pink Christmas. And I checked it up, I Googled it, and of course it came up with Pinterest, which I should have went to Pinterest in the first place. And it looks gorgeous to mix a pink Christmas with the Kenzie checks or buffalo checks. It looks really, really good. Of course it does. It's pink and black. Pink and black looks awesome. So, but I just wanted to see a Christmas like that, and it looks really, really pretty. Plus, it gives me a chance to add the Kenzie checks, which I've been wanting to add to my Christmas, so exciting. Okay, so go all the way across, just like this. I got off a little bit right there. Okay. Okay, so right here, you're just going to go right across, down, and then where the boot picks up again, which is right here, go straight across. All right, there we go. Got kind of off on there several times. Just a second. This is one of those times I'm at such a weird angle. Let's see if I sit down. See if I go this way first. There it goes. It's a little easier on this bottom part if I sit down. There we go. There we go. Got it. It's normally easier because I just put it at the angle that I need it at, but I'm at the mercy of the camera, so. And the whole reason of doing the video, so you guys can see the darn thing. So we have to do it so you can see it. Okay. Bring this about right there. Okay, so then you want to take your painter's tape. You only need a small piece of it. And you want to draw lines this way. You just want to do stripes. We're going to, on the legs, we're going to do stripes. So here we're considering this whole thing to be the boot on this one, and this little part here to be the legs. It reminds me of like the little legs, like when they said the little McDonald characters and the legs were real skinny. I think I'm aging myself because that was a long time ago. They were like round and kind of round on top and real skinny legs. Like I think they were a hamburger on top, and then their legs were like little skinny French fries. That's what these elf legs remind me of. So you're just doing that all the way up. Okay, and I'm going to stop here just because, for the sake of time of this video. Okay, so you just do that, and you take those lines and you go all the way up. So let me show you what we got up close. Okay, so there's what we have up close. There's your lines there. There's your checks. Okay, and your checks on the toes. Okay, so from there, this one's done. All the lines have been done all the way up. And then, of course, I've already done the checks. Let me bring this down. Okay. So let's do some painting. Now that we've done the preparation of that, let me bring it down a little closer. Oh, you know what? Just a second. There we go. That stabled my camera. Lord. Okay, let's stay stable, camera. We'll start up here at the top. So you just want some black acrylic paint. This cheapy black acrylic. This is Apple Barrel, 50 cents, Walmart. My little platter. I'm going to put a little bit of paint on here. And you're just going to follow your pattern. I use a really small liner brush. This works out really good because you can get around the lines easily and you can still fill in. So it looks a little bit too small, this brush, but I love this liner brush. You get this exact liner brush. It's like a mermaid brush in the craft section at Hobby Lobby next to the craft paints. Okay. I always try to share with you guys where I get stuff and how much it is. These come in a pack of like 5 or 10, so it's like around $8 or $9 if you buy the pack of 10. And if you buy the pack of 4 or 5, it's like $5. You can use a coupon either way. Okay, so let's start with the checks up here at the top. We'll do the stripes on their own. So of course we'll start out with, you know, I gotta put my glasses on, my readers. And I'm not going to paint all the checks because that just takes too darn long. But I'm going to do quite a few with you. And people tell me that they like it. It's like relaxing to watch me paint these checks. And I think it would be relaxing to watch somebody. It's just relaxing watching somebody paint, period. But especially this because you're just doing like the same thing over and over and over. And I like doing the same thing over and over. It relaxes me. I don't know why it brings me great joy to do the same thing over and over. Okay, so the pattern is that. So now we need white, black, white, right? So you just follow the black, white, black, white. Now you see why I like to use the liner brush, because you can use it like a pencil almost. And if you get out of lines a little bit, perfect. It's Kenzie checks. If you look at Kenzie Child's checks, everything they do is not perfect. In fact, you put inclusions in the work, as you've seen if you've been watching my videos when I do these Kenzie Child's inspired pieces. We'll be doing some inclusions here on another leg that I have finished. I have a mirror because people always ask me that, why do you have that mirror? So that I don't have, so to make sure that I'm in frame. And I don't have one of those flip outs because I use my phone. And this way I can always just put the mirror above, make sure I'm in frame. I don't have to keep getting up. what's the use of a video when it's out of frame? Now see how I got out of the lines a little bit into that other square? I'm not going to try to fix it. I'm going to leave it. Because the Kenzie checks are like that. The squares are not perfect. Which is really cool. Makes it look more whimsical. Makes it look more hand done. And then like after I do a few more checks here, and I'll do some stripes, we'll do some inclusions. Which is making it even more imperfect, which makes it look even more whimsical. So now these elf legs, you can put them in wreaths. Like I'm going to put mine like at a cross angle like that, like an X, and put them going across a wreath that I'm going to be creating. Okay, just looking at the line there. So I'm gonna do a really nice greenery around my door, and I want to stick all kinds of Christmas, decorations and flowers and all kinds of stuff in the garland around my door. Well, I'm gonna stick these in the garland around the door too, which I think is gonna be cool. I have a ladder, and on the front of the ladder, on the sides, I want to have two of these legs on there. So you can do so many things with these. All right, we're going to do one more set of checks, and then we'll do some stripes. Well, this is the last check we're going to do right here. Okay, awesome. So next, let's, and then you just do that same pattern all the way down. Let's do some stripes. Okay, then we're going to skip that one, right, and go to the next one because we're doing black and white stripes. And I think it looks cool to, let me just move this down. I think it looks really cool to mix stripes and checks. And that's very Mackenzie child style, to mix checks and stripes. And she even does polka dots too. In one piece she'll have stripes, polka dots, and checks. If you want, you don't have to do black and white. You could do pink and white, which would be really cool. I have another 1 or 2 sets of these, maybe another set, and I might do that one in pink and white checks. I probably will. Okay, let's just do one more set of stripes. Then I'm going to show you how to do the inclusions. And then you will have all the information to do these. So there we go. Doesn't that look cool? Lapis. Awesome, huh? Okay, so you can imagine the whole thing done. It's just gonna look Way cool. Okay, let me rinse my brush. Okay. Oh, you know, I didn't grab my white paint, which... Let me just take... Oh, I'll let you guys look at this. I'm going to go grab my white paint, so I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I like to use a really stiff brush to make some inclusions with the white paint, or you can use a fan brush too. A fan brush might be a little bit too big in this situation, so a stiffer brush like this would be good. If you don't have a stiffer brush, you can use a regular brush, but the stiffer brush, you'll see. A lot of times if you look, you'll have a stiff brush in your collection of brushes. Because usually you bought them accidentally and you didn't realize they were stiff. But little stiff brushes like this are great for what I'm about to do. Also, they're great to make clouds, water. Love a stiff brush. And I remember when I first got them, I was like, never going to use these. Well, I learned a lesson. Don't ever throw away any of your brushes. You never know how you're going to be able to use that brush. So, even if I don't have a use at the time for it and I think it's useless, I keep it. Okay, so again, this is some Apple Barrel acrylic paint. I do like to buy the black and the white Apple Barrel in the big thing, if I can find it. Okay, so let's do some white inclusions on the black. And you want to use very little paint. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is, you want it to you want it to dry. So let me give you one let me show you one that's dry. Just a second. Alright, I'll show you some ones that are already done. These are already all done and dried, the ones I showed you at the beginning. Trying to line things up. Alright. Let's just start on a leg. It doesn't really matter where I started at. There we go. It's easier to line it up. Okay, so that's all you want to do. Just put a little bit of a white inclusion, or you can even call it a white highlight. And I just change which direction. Like I might put this one right in the middle. This one started up from the side. This one starts up from the bottom. And this one starts up from the top. And I just kind of follow that. And then I can go really, really quick of putting these inclusions in. Okay. Okay, so this is it. That's it. There you go. How fast and easy did I do all that? Okay. Now on the stripes, same thing. Okay, just go across there. And this one I'm gonna do like this and like that on both sides. This I'm just gonna go right down the middle. This I'm gonna just bring it in. So we're gonna bring it in here and leave it. This one will go here and bring some up from the bottom. This one will just go from the top. And there we go. That quick and easy to add the inclusions on the with the white. And then let's take the black, let's take some gold for the black, or for the white. Anything with the white stripes, the white checks, we're going to do some gold inclusions. This is just Folk Art Inca Gold. You can use any gold that you have. You could even use like a, I'm trying to think of that one kind of yellow that I like a lot. It's a brownie yellow. You can use that too and it looks really good. The name of it should come to my brain, but it's not. Okay. Let's put some right there. Again, you're just doing kind of the same thing. Okay. And then once it dries, it'll just look better and better. My time situation. Cool. And like I kind of feel like I've gotten a little, ooh, you know what? All right, no major. See, I got a little yellow into that white. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Yep, that's how haphazard you can get about it. And the more haphazard you are about it, the better, because then it'll look naturally. Like, I think these inclusions, I don't know if they paint them in, or if this is what happens to like the white part and what happens to the black part, like when they bake it. I'm not really sure. It looks like what would happen, like, you know, they take their pieces and they usually bake them, I think. And these are some inclusions that would happen naturally, or that's the story I think that they want you to think. Whatever it is, I like it. Okay, so let me bring this up so you guys can see it up close. Oh. Bring my chair back. Okay. Like I said, after it dries, it melts more into the paint and just looks better and better. See how cool that is? I love it. And if you don't like the inclusions, then don't put them in there. Let me show you something though before I let you go. I'm going to show you a real Kenzie piece, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is a real Kenzie mug. See how there's white all throughout everything? Look at that little yellow spot right there. Look at that gold spot right there. Look at, even in the black, they put, right there, they put that in there. So you can just see the yellow spot right there. Okay, and they're even messier than that on some pieces I have, like on my teapot. So, yeah, I would get my teapot, my tea kettle out, but it's too hard to get underneath this camera. All right, so you guys see how cool this looks. I hope I've inspired you either to go. I would try to go, if you don't have these witch legs, to go find them as soon as possible, because you know they're at the end of the Halloween things, so they might still have some of these there. Hopefully you bought some for Halloween that you can just go ahead and reuse and make elf legs out of them. And or when I was doing my hauls, I had said I'm gonna have some really cool stuff to make these into elf legs. Pick some up. So hopefully you guys did that. Okay, you guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. And remember, guys, do something nice for someone today. And remember, my friends, we are more alike than we are not. Okay, talk to you guys next video. Toodaloo!